As you think about the opportunities we have, it's to be a great business partner for these RIAs and duly registered advisors who really, their greatest opportunity, their greatest value is their relationship with their clients. So if we think about our role in the ecosystem, how can we maximize their time, their opportunities to spend time with their clients? We look through our research team to take on as much of that work as possible, and especially in these markets and volatile global political events, bringing our economists to bear to help them navigate that. Really build a lot more portfolios, bring more technology so they can do research faster, trade faster, and then white label and communicate it out to their clients so they can really present themselves rightfully as subject matter experts and really, tying personal needs on an individual level to the marketplace. And I just think that's a fantastic service that they do, for over 500 households in America, and we're very proud to be a part of that.
So when I talk to some of the RIAs around here this year and other years, they say, man, the back office stuff is really consuming more and more of my time. That's where I need some leverage so I can talk to my clients, so I can really provide some value-added advice. How do you guys try to address that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's only growing. If you look at some of the rule proposals right now about protection of consumer data, which we fully agree with, but the difficulty in navigating that and managing the technology. So one of the values of having scale and being in the business that we're in, we can focus on the complexity of trading, of compliance, of technology. And RIAs, if you look at the history, it really started upstream with large institutional RIAs. And what's great about what's going on in the industry is that's been moving downstream. But as it goes downstream to smaller, more retail-focused RIA shops, there's greater need to outsource more of those capabilities to subject matter experts. And we have the size and the scale to get incredible technologists, incredible InfoSec people, great people, again, in our research teams, if you will. So we really look to surround them on every way possible, and then be there to meet them in their needs, because every advisor is also different. We don't take a cookie cutter approach.
They're all different, but what's the average size of the RIA that you guys are supporting, and is it easier now for them to compete with the big banks than it would have been, say, 10 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have over 2,200 advisors, but they're in about 900 offices together, and so we tend to measure productivity across those offices, and it's about 240, 250, depending on the markets, million on average per office. And so outside of the wirehouse landscape, we have the largest producers in the industry when you start to look at the regionals and independents and some of the insurance and bank place. And one of the reasons we have been so successful, I love the question, is because a lot of the capabilities that used to only be accessible in that bank, the wirehouse, the large bank environment, are now available much more broadly. And individual RIAs, can't necessarily access that on their own. And so there are more and more business partners who are bringing more alternative investments, banking capabilities, more sophisticated trust solutions, high net worth, absolutely. And having a monopoly on internal product in a fiduciary world isn't an advantage anymore. So I really like kind of the democratization of what's going on in the industry, and it's really given advisors a lot more choice and flexibility in how they do their business, which is obviously great.
Why does, and I read about this, I've been on Wall Street for over 35 years, and it's been a constant trend. Advisors leaving some of the big wirehouses and going out independent, and it kind of, I guess, it ebbs and flows in terms of the pace. What's the general reason why an advisor would leave a Merrill Lynch, a Smith Barney, and kind of go out on his or her own?
Yeah, the reasons have changed and evolved and fluctuated over the years, but one of the constants has been ultimately you are now an entrepreneur. You own your business. And one of the fascinating trends, one of the great trends going on in the industry is the value of those businesses is going up significantly. So I expect to see that trend rise, because when you're, as an employee, you're obviously paid your salary. Hopefully, they treat you well on the way out. But ultimately, it's the bank's book. It's the bank's clients that they're going to push it back out to all of their other employees. When you've broken to independence and you own your own shop, you can monetize that business for great value. And so if you think about your own financial planning, you're getting a higher payout, and you can sell your business at the end. Financially, it just makes a world of sense.